quick and easy router sled. Check it out.
All right, let's get started. First, I ripped down a couple pieces of plywood to about 2.5 inches. Doesn't really matter as long as you leave enough space for your router. Then I just screwed them all in. I put a bunch of screws. Make sure you pre-drill because the plywood will split if you don't. And just hammer a bunch of screws in there every 6-8 inches, something like that. This is going to help make sure that it stays nice and stiff and that the router doesn't sag in the middle. You need to make sure that those plywood pieces hold up. Then you're going to put them on top of your uprights, which in this case I'm using 2x4s, and then put your router on there. And before you screw it in, make sure that it's nice and tight to the sides of the router. That way when you put those screws in, the router can move back and forth, but it doesn't have any room to jiggle left or right. And then move it down to the other end, do the same thing. Make sure you've got it to the perfect width and that there's space for your router bit in the middle. You don't want to be cutting on your sled itself.
All right, so a key point of the sled is to wax it. Make sure that router slides nice and easy, that the sled moves left and right nice and easy. Make sure you get some wax.
Don't be afraid to be a little liberal with the wax here. You want to make sure everything's moving nice and smooth. Last thing you want is be in the middle of pushing your router across a big old slab and it get caught. So add that wax, put it all over the sled, put it all over, in this case, the 2x4s for your uprights. That's going to help make it slide nice and smooth, just like that. Double check the router does it. Forward and backwards. Real good. I attached the slab to a piece of MDF. I'm attaching that MDF to the table just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And then it's time to start cutting. I started by taking off about a 1/16 at a time, maybe an 1/8, and then adjust your way down until you get the entire thing where you're cutting wood on each pass the entire way across. That'll let you know that you're getting it nice and flat.
Ooh. Sled worked out pretty good. And the cedar smells really good. Check this out. Pretty flat. It's gonna look pretty slick. Let's spray a little water on this. Let's see how it looks. Nice rich red color. That cedar looks good, man. And this is Florida cedar, right actually near where that hurricane just hit today. That's where this tree came from. So praying for all them up in Perry. Hopefully Panhandle handles that all well.